Hello to you. I'm Jesse Johnson. This is why the sun do not seem to get smaller or larger as it comes and goes away, or rises, passes overhead, or sets. There are usually simple and straightforward answers to virtually everything. Not everything, of course. This includes the sun's seeming constant size most of the time. From rising to setting, a few times a question about this was asked. There are a few reasons this seems to be the case. 1. Any physical position or location you stand on the earth, the sky appears as a small dome over your head, with a limit in all directions, a not far distance or horizons in all directions. The sun, when circling the equator, is 2,554 miles exact altitude above Earth's surface. This is found by using trigonometry's angle of elevation. Please see my videos on how this simple thing is found and done. Write Jessie, Jessie, Jesse Johnson into YouTube. My image will appear in a circle 3 or 4 down. Now, even though the Earth's surface is flat, this is known because the horizon is seen 75 miles in altitude above the Earth, at 90 degrees to the altitude line, a physical impossibility on a ball-shaped surfaced Earth. The sky appears as a limited dome by perception, which produces seeming curved lines. The sky seems to curve over your head. From your position or location on the earth to the sun, rising, passing overhead, or setting is not that large a distance when looking in any direction. The sun, getting smaller or larger in most cases, will be imperceptibly small and unnoticeable. Number 2. At evening time, because of the distorting view produced by the atmoplane or gaseous layer of the earth, the sun sometimes appears enlarged 2 to 3 times and usually off yellow. 3. The sun's size stays a seeming constant size unless distorted by atmoplane processes or you're at a specific location on Earth. In either case, the sun has a minimum and a maximum size. It always appears. Number 4. The sun stays at the same height or altitude above Earth during the whole day. The sun setting or rising is a perceptual limit, and is that way because you can see only so much of the sky. Number 5. The use of very simple and crude method places the sun between 40 and 48 miles in diameter and 2,554 miles above Earth. From ground level, you see the sun set first and rise last. At higher and higher altitudes, you see the sun set a bit later and the sun rise a little bit sooner. This is because of different altitudes and limited perception. At 2,554 miles altitude above the Earth, the sun never sets or rises. Staying in one place at 2,550 miles up, you would see, depending on your specific location, the sun becoming larger coming toward you, or setting, becoming or getting smaller and smaller leaving. because the 24,901 mile equator circumference is about 8,000 miles in diameter. At one point, the sun would be 8,000 miles away from you. If you're close enough to the equator, but 2,550 miles up, the sun would be overwhelmingly large. At 8,000 miles away, in this case, the sun would look like a small point of extreme bright light, illuminating a very large part of the earth. The sun's size of getting smaller or larger as it approaches you, goes overhead or sets, going away from you, is dependent on altitude above ground level itself, atmoplane processes, perception and perspective limits, physical location on Earth, time of day, month and year, and sun's specific circuits. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. Please share this video. And for all of my videos, go to Jessie Johnson, Jessie, on YouTube. I want to thank everyone again and have a very fine day.